Hello everyone, this is Prayana Subba, Assistant Professor in the Department of History, Salesian College, Sonada, tuning into Radio Salesian EduPod's lecture series. This is the third lecture for the topic Emergence of Successor States After the Downfall of Mughals. So in the last two lectures, we saw the rise of Bengal and Awadh. Now today we are discussing about in the last two classes we saw the rise of Bengal and Hyderabad. Today we will discuss about Awadh. Awadh rose into prominence under the leadership of Sadat Khan. Sadat Khan was appointed the governor of Awadh in the year 1722. He was appointed to subdue the local rebellion in Awadh. He was successful also. Within a year, he subdued all the rebellion and he came back to Delhi. When he came back to Delhi, Muhammad Shah was very happy with him and he conferred the title of Burhan-ul-Mulk to Sadat Khan also. But then Sadat Khan he was very much ambitious and he wanted more in the imperial court. He always tried to consolidate good position in the imperial court. But unfortunately, in that case, he had a fight with Muhammad Shah's favorite. And then what he thought was he returned to Awadh again. And he decided to build power base at Awadh. He also made his son-in-law Safdar Jung as deputy governor. So both the father and son-in-law would rule together in Awadh. That was his plan. What he wanted to make Awadh virtually independent of imperial rule, and his revenue reports also were hardly reported. Like these things were hardly reported into imperial court by his Punjabi Khatri. When he had control over Awadh, he settled many refractory or unruly jamindars also. He introduced new land revenue settlements. Jagidari system was also reformed. Jagirs, local gentry were given the Jagirs. Awadh was also having affluent trade. Not only that, but Sadat Khan also created new regional ruling elite which comprised of Indian Muslims, Afghans and Hindus as well. But then the communication was always open with imperial court. He also constantly expanded the frontiers of Awadh with imperial approval. But then what happened was, as we mentioned earlier also, that Sadat Khan, he was very much ambitious to get, he always tried to consolidate good position in imperial court. So his old ambitions he nurtured again, and in the year 1739 to 40, when Nizam got the position of Mir Bakshi, he felt very betrayed. He might have thought like that position belonged to him, or he expected a lot, so he got frustrated. So in the same year when Nadir Shah invaded Delhi, what he did was he decided to change the party and he supported Nadir Shah instead of supporting Mughals. But then what happened was he again could not tolerate the arrogance of Nadir Shah, and the day after the occupation of Delhi by Nadir Shah, in sheer frustration, what he did was he poisoned himself to death in 1740. But before dying, he had developed a semi-autonomous regional political system in Awadh, which was finally independent. But then, of course, no formal disjunction was made with the Mughal state. After his death, Safdar Jung, his son-in-law, was appointed as the new successor of Awadh. After he gave 20 million, he agreed to pay 20 million rupees of peshkars to Nadir Shah. But Nadir Shah did not rule for a long period. He went back again. And then Muhammad Shah was back to the position. And Muhammad Shah confirmed the appointment of Safdar Jung. Also gave him royal title. But after the death of Muhammad Shah and Nizam-ul-Mulk also in 1748, Safdar Jung became quite powerful. He was appointed as a new wazir by the new emperor Ahmad Shah, and he took the full advantage of that. He conquered over, he captured Farrukhabad from Pathans. But like his father-in-law, he also thought about his self-aggrandizement in Awadh, and That is what that was the factor which alienated many of the court officials, and they conspired against him. And finally, in the year 1752, he was ousted of vazirship in imperial court also. Here Richard Burnett observes that the year 1753 that marked an important turning point in the history of North India, by signifying the virtual succession of Awadh and Allahabad from the remainders of the dwindling empires. Like now Awadh and Allahabad was visibly seen as a successor state of the dwindling empire that was from the Mughals. But then of course the formal connection was yet to be severed or yet to be detached with Mughals. Finally, in the year 1754, Safdar Jung also died. After Safdar Jung, his only son Suja-ud-Dawla was again appointed as the governor of Awadh, but by the puppet emperor Alamgir II, or also known as Shah Alam II. Suja was also appointed as Wazir, so he was the Wazir also, and he was the governor of Awadh also. His position was like merely fictional for Wazirship, but he was mostly interested in his own domain of Awadh. So when he was the governor of Awadh and at the same time Wazir also of the Mughal Empire, in the year 1761 we see the invasion of Ahmad Shah Abdali, and the third battle of Panipat was fought, where Marathas were also engaged. Suja-ud-Dawla was here also. What he did was he joined Afghans to see Marathas being humbled by this Afghans. But then most of the times he behaved like an independent partner in an alliance of equals. Like he did not formally announce to be at the side of Afghans also, and to be at the side of Mughals also. But overall, he enjoyed complete autonomy over Awadh and Allahabad till he encountered with English East India Company in the year 1764 Battle of Buxar, where he joined hand with Bengal and fought against British, but then they were defeated. So until then, Suja-ud-Dawla also enjoyed autonomy over Awadh. So that is how we see the rise of Awadh under the leadership of Sadat Khan, and after him Safdar Jung, and after him we see Suja-ud-Dawla ruling over Awadh, carving out independent state. But then finally they were also they also had to surrender over the English East India Company. They also went from the hands of Mughals to those of the British or the English East India Company. Thank you so much. In the next lecture, we will talk about the second category of the regional powers, that those were the kingdoms set up by the rebel states. There we will talk about the Marathas, Sikh.
This and other episodes of Radio EduPods, Radio for Learning, are available on Listen to My Radio app at 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday, and at 6 a.m. from Tuesday to Saturday. All episodes are available on Salesian TV YouTube channel. Share, like and subscribe. Salesian TV, the ultimate learning resource channel.